One of the things I love most about van life is getting away from the crowds and discovering places I've never been before. But as much as I love it, going somewhere new can be pretty intimidating when you use a wheelchair. I never really know what I'm going to find when I arrive, and I certainly don't expect every place I go in the outdoors to be completely accessible. Sometimes that's part of the adventure. But when something almost works, I struggle with whether I should say something. I never want to be that person who shows up and immediately starts asking for things to be changed, or feel like I'm causing trouble. At the same time, I know that if I don't say anything, the next person who comes along might run into exactly the same barrier. And on this trip, I decided it was worth asking for a little change here and there.
Oh yeah, it's impossible to get, like, it's really soft dirt just kind of spread and piled out. Yeah. Well, good morning from my friend's driveway. I've actually been in the city for about 4 nights and I am just itching to get out of here. So I'll be heading to a beautiful lakefront campsite that I've actually never been to before. But I have some things to get done in the city before I leave, just some errands. So that's what this morning is all about. So first off, I have to load this sucker into my van. I don't have room for it in the van. Typically it just stays at our cabin. But I was doing some filming at a farm this week and it was just gonna be easier to get around with this attachment. So it's a motorized front wheel. It comes off and clicks onto my wheelchair, and then I can just cruise over like rougher terrain a lot easier. So I brought it to the city, but I can't be in the van with this. Like, I can't get to my bed and stuff when it's in there. So my friends have been storing it for me. And now I'm gonna take it with me on the road, and then eventually I'll drop it back off at my cabin. But now, first I have to get this back into the van. My friends are out of town, otherwise I'm sure they'd help me, but I've done this before. I don't know if I'm gonna manually lift it or try to use my wheelchair lift to get it in. I've done both, but I don't know which one's easier. So yeah, have patience while I figure this one out. Alright, the hardest part is done getting this up in here, but now I gotta try and slide it back without scratching my flooring. Or my cabinets, I guess, too. That's where the yoga mat comes in handy. Alright. Looks like that'll do for now. Alright, so we got her in here. Obviously I don't have any room to move except for at the entrance here. So I had to plan ahead and make sure I don't need anything from back there for the next few hours until I reach my campsite, which is when I'll unload this again and just store it outside while I am camping. I hope, fingers crossed, I don't need to get back there at all over the next several hours. Okay, next stop, groceries. All right, got my trusty security cameras that I had up overnight. Can take those down. I just find that the more I do van life, the more I don't want to be in the city. at all. I'd rather be out in the quiet nature. And so, yeah, 4 days in the city is a lot for me. I just had meetings, errands, took a couple people out biking on the mountain bikes and filming, and yeah, cram everything in a couple days so I could get out of here. So, happy to be moving along. Ready, curbside pickup for the win.
Hi, how are you? Good morning.
Morning.
You're home?
Yeah, my home, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Take care.
Like, boom, groceries in less than 3 minutes. They're already put away. I love curbside pickup. I mean, convenience at its finest. One more stop to get gas, and then freedom. All right, I just realized Costco gas is gonna be insane because it's a Saturday, so I'm gonna head a little bit out of town and get gas at another full serve station. And yeah, but it's amazing just how I feel so much lighter knowing that I'm headed out of town. I'm just like ready to crank the tunes and rock out for the next 2.5 hours.
You are.
Right on, thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Yay for convenience again.
Scared to give away. You're the only one that brings this heart to life. I want every day left with you on my side. I wanna grow up and hold with you. I wanna do all the things I thought I'd never do. I wanna find home out on the run. I wanna belong. That someone is you. That someone is you.
So I'm pulling into a campground. Not the campground I am staying at, but one along the way. Because a few weeks ago I was actually speaking with somebody that does the management of facilities within these campgrounds in Saskatchewan. And she said that there was a brand new shower and service station that was built and is open now at this campground. And so I said, hey, yeah, I'll go check it out. I need a shower anyways. So that's what I am about to do. And hopefully they designed it right. It's always a fear of, yeah, they might have done a brand new shower, but sometimes the contractor makes mistakes and it's not actually functional. So yeah, hopefully I can check it out and give good feedback. Okay, well that is the new shower, the new service station it looks like, but it's also very much still under construction. Restricted area, no unauthorized personnel, do not enter. So yeah, it's clearly not finished like I was told. I do still need a shower, so I guess I'm gonna have to go use the old one, which is not great, as you will see. Definitely gonna grab my shower chair because the shower sucks. So it's nice and big in here. The shower looks okay to start, but when you roll up here, you'll see it's not the best design. The bench folds down. They have a bench, that's good. but when I sit on this bench, I lean into the grab rail. That makes my body just spasm and freak out. And then the control to start the water is behind you. And yeah, you have to somehow sit on this bench and turn and hit the water. This is an improvement. When I first started coming here, the water came out of this fixed head up there. They didn't have a handheld wand. So the water would just kind of like hit you on the back of the head as you're sitting here on this bench. So at least they've improved it and added a handheld wand. So yeah, it's still not great. I brought my chair in, my Bowhead Nano, that way I can face the wall and yeah, actually like be able to push the button easily. So I'm not even gonna use that bench at all. And especially like with this grab bar there, it makes me sit far forward and then I just feel really unstable on that bench. So I bet you I've used this Bowhead Nano shower chair 10 times in the last month. Okay, maybe not that often, but it's been a lot. So really, really grateful to have that. Well, successful shower thanks to the Nano. I could even use the bench to put all my stuff. So it started to rain when I was in the shower, and it's funny because as I was driving up here, I was thinking it'd be nice to get a really good rain and then clear off the bugs on my windshield. But I don't think this is gonna do it, but maybe see once I get going. All right, I got about another 45 minutes ahead of me and then I will be at Zedden Lake. Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to fill up with water, but the last time I was here, the water fill station was really not accessible. I've let the people at the campground that run these campgrounds know. So I'm just driving by to see if they've made any changes, and it doesn't look like they have. The dump station has this curb all around it, and it's just a little too far for me. Like I could almost if I had longer arms reach that, but it'd be hard to really get it on the spigot, get my hose on the spigot. So damn, wish they had like just opened up that end of the curb or something to let me get in there. I have about a half a tank, and if I'm really conservative, I should be able to make that last, but yeah, it would have been nice to get fully topped up. Oh well, okay, now officially next stop, Zedden Lake. So Saskatchewan is pretty interesting because it will go from flat prairie farmland, and then as you go north, all of a sudden, poof, it pops up to forest, and so that's where I am now. And this area that I'm headed to was actually threatened by forest fires last year. If you're around my channel, you know that our cabin was actually being threatened by a forest fire. It was about 20 kilometers away. Luckily, the wind was good and it was okay, but the campground that I'm headed to was, yeah, actually on fire. I believe the campsites are good, but nearly 1.4 million acres of forest burnt up. So apparently at the campground, a lot of the surrounding area was burnt, but the actual campsites where I'll be should be good. I'm just starting to see the first areas that were affected by the fire, but it's also nice to see that there is some green stuff popping up already. So yeah, it'll be interesting to watch over the years how this area transforms. You can see all the forest. This is just a road to the lake. You can see the forest is just all burnt up on this side, but it looks like the other side of the lake over there has some green stuff, maybe. Oh, there we are. There's the lake. Like I said, I've never been here before. I'm just going to go do a little tour around and see the rest of the campground before I go to my site. Here we go. Alright, well, we got pit toilets, and it looks like they built a ramp there, but there is just soft sand to get up to it. So that ain't gonna work. I guess they'll be roughing it without a toilet this week. Alright, it's pretty nice here. It's kind of sandy here, and I think as I wheel on here more, it's gonna get softer, so I'll probably put my access tracks mats out. It's so nice to have a beach right there. If it gets to be a really, really hot day, I would even butt scoot down there and go for a swim. I'd consider that. But I like that I have some trees. The sites down there don't have any tree coverage whatsoever. Oh, the mountain bike got a wee bit dirty on that muddy grid road coming in though. Yeah, that's gonna need a wash. Yeah, you can see the dirt is pretty soft here, so I've already made some indents there, so best to get my access tracks out ASAP.
Bees like the honey and birds fly around. I guess fate had it coming when you showed up unannounced. This way nature intended, girl, despite what I thought I knew. Yeah, babe. Well, there's 7 billion people in the world, and I'm glad I found you. Spring bringing flowers like the sun brings the moon, and magical powers. Our hearts are in bloom. This way nature intended, girl, despite what we thought we knew. Yeah, baby, alright. Well, there's 7 billion people in the world, and I'm glad I found you. I'm glad I found you after all this time.
Alright, well, I got a decent little camp set up here. I'm gonna try and do most of my cooking outside since I am here and set up and spare my batteries. There's not going to be any grand adventuring going on while I'm here. There aren't any bike trails. Not going to be paddling. Even if I had my surfboard with me, which I don't, my whole plan is just to get a ton of editing done. I have so much to edit and do some small van projects while I'm here and just enjoy a nice lakefront view. Well, I've been here for 2 days and it's been kind of windy, but I don't mind. I'm just getting lots of stuff done. And it's made me think too about the bathroom situation. Now, I came here completely prepared to not have access to the bathroom. I figured it's a remote campground, so it was unlikely that the outhouse would be accessible. But since they have a ramp there, yeah, it looks like it's in the plans to make it accessible. My guess is it was just rebuilt after the fires last year. And so I think I'm gonna call and see, you know, what their plan is. They might not even realize that dirt and that sand is a hindrance to get to the ramp. I actually have different needs for the bathroom. I have a whole video about that if you want to go learn, but I get by without a bathroom in my van. I use pee jugs and a bucket, and I have a schedule. And so I was only planning on spending 4 nights here, but if that bathroom could be made accessible, yeah, I would definitely consider extending my stay here. The garbage is full to the brim, and so I wouldn't really be able to get rid of my deposits. So that's also an issue. So yeah, I'm really hoping they have some ideas on how they could get that bathroom working.
Hi, I'm currently camping out at Zedden Lake, and I had a couple of questions. I use a wheelchair, and I noticed that the bathroom has a ramp to it, but there's a pile of like soft dirt and sand and stuff kind of in front, so I can't even really get to it. Is there, I know it's probably in the middle of construction, it looks new. Is there a plan to?
Well, yeah, because it kind of burnt.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I will actually send somebody out there to come check it out, and maybe if you see them out there, just maybe go there and you can test it out. You know, as they're fixing it. I'm not sure. They probably might have to cement it at one point in time or build. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll get them to come.
Yeah.
In and out of there.
Oh yeah, it's impossible to get. Like, it's
Too much dirt.
really soft dirt, just kind of spread and piled out.
I will see if somebody can come down and see if they can fix it today.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay, that call went really well. I was not expecting them to say they'd come out today. So yeah, let's see if they come up with a good solution. So the other cool thing is that actually I have a friend staying here. She's just camped 2 sites down with her boys, and we've been sitting around the campfire at night and visiting. And then yesterday she came and brought me a surprise. Brought me some blueberries that she picked right along the shore, so I think that is a perfect excuse to make some blueberry pancakes this morning. These are by far the best pancakes I've ever had. Just goes to show what like real fresh blueberries are like compared to the ones we get in the grocery store. Oh my goodness. So good. This truck that's about to go by behind me just stopped by, and they are workers for the park, and they just stopped by to let me know that, oh, there they go. Just to let me know that they put a beach mat, which is meant for wheelchairs, across the sand to get to the bathroom. So let me look. I phoned at 9:09 a.m. and by 10:27 they were on top of it and had it fixed. So yeah, good job, Sask Parks, on that one. That's awesome. I know it's just a temporary solution. They'll figure something out, but at least now I can stay longer and yeah, have a good solution. So yay, helps to ask. Heck yeah. So this is the beach mat that they put to get across all that soft sand and dirt to the outhouse. So yeah, I'm stoked. And I brought my pee bottle as well, so I can empty it there instead of in the bush somewhere. Well, I've been here for 4 nights already, and yeah, getting some social time in with Kyla and her boys, and then I have more friends coming. They're actually coming later today, and my friends Sarah, Connor, and their 1.5-year-old little girl are coming out, and we're gonna get some adjoining campsites together, and then I need a shower if I'm gonna be hanging around other people. Since I was not able to fill my water tank on the way out here, I can't shower in the van. I just know I don't have enough water. So I'm gonna have to head to the nearest campground. There's one about 15 minutes away. Never been there, but apparently they have a shower because this place does not have a shower. So yeah, I'm gonna have to drive a little ways. So I just drove to the nearest campground that had a shower, and of course, the accessible shower is out of order. My hair is pretty greasy. I feel gross, mostly from sitting around the campfire for 3 nights in a row. I was so looking forward to that shower. I've just been bringing my bowhead shower chair into every shower, regardless of whether I know it's accessible or not, just to save a trip out, because usually it's not. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe fit into one of these regular stalls and use my bowhead chair.
3 months ago, I probably would have broken out in tears when I discovered the out-of-service accessible shower. But since I've been carrying this bowhead travel wheelchair around, it's just given me so much confidence that I can shower in these inaccessible places. Right here, I just have to do a little bit of a wheelchair jump to be able to fit into the stall, but I'm able to make it work, and I know that I can get clean, all thanks to this little tiny wheelchair that has just changed my life so much, knowing I can access these showers.
Definitely took more effort, but I did get a shower in, and now I have to track down water. So I drove by the dump station. It's not accessible. There's curb just all around it, so I can't get close enough to anything. So I just pulled into this empty campsite, that has water, and I'm gonna fill just my little drinking jugs. I'd like to do my big tank at the back, but the shower took extra time. It's just taking way longer and I'm running out of patience, so I'm just gonna do the drinking jugs and make do. I got back to my campground. I'm actually at a new site, new campsite, because the one I was in for the first 4 days was booked up tonight, and I extended my stay, so I moved sites. And as I was pulling into the campground, I noticed there's some workers that are redoing the dock here. I don't know if it was really damaged or whatever, but when I saw the dock earlier, I noticed there's kind of a dip between the land and the dock, so it's not as easy to get across on the wheelchair. I did go with my friend and she was able to bump me across it. But since they're working on it, I'm just gonna go ask them if they can make it like nice and level and nice and flush. So yeah, we'll see what they say. I love having this little bike attachment with me. I wish I could have it with me all the time in the van. It's so nice just to be able to scoot around quickly. But alas, there's no room in the van. I would not want it on a rack outside my van all year round. So that's van life though. You gotta give some things up, right? Hey, how's it going?
Good, you?
Good. You guys rebuilding the dock there?
Yeah, redoing the boards on it.
I was wondering, is there a way you could kind of ramp it from the land to the dock?
I'm sure.
See, yeah, because I was on there the other day and a friend had to help me kind of, because just it's a little divoted there. Yeah.
I'm sure we could build something up.
Yeah, or even even piling dirt, but it might just get washed away.
Yeah. I think the long-term plan is like similar to the bathroom ramps, but something like that.
Yeah. No, that'd be good. Right on. Well, have a good one. Thanks.
Okay.
A little bit of rain came and I've been editing, and then I think my friends just pulled up as it started to rain and as it's getting a little windy. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to them. There they are, pulling their big trailer. These princesses have to level out. Just kidding. So my friend said they did redo the dock, and look, now there's a nice ramp to get to the actual boards on the dock, and before there was like a huge divot. They must have just used the old boards from the original dock and made the little ramp there, so that's sweet. I will definitely be coming back here and yeah, going for swims on a hot day. It's such a peaceful night. Connor is just going out in his kayak to try and catch some fish. Man, the lake is beautiful. And we just had a supper by the fire. Hello, Callie's just getting ready for bed. Man, this is like the nicest night I think we've had out here. Beautiful. Looks like I'm on babysitting duty tonight. Dad went out fishing and Mom Sarah is going out to join him on the water. And I'm gonna look after the fire. Got the baby monitor. Luckily she's already asleep. Bye-bye. This trip definitely didn't go as planned, but it was different in all the best ways. I did get a lot of editing done, but I also was very social and not alone like I expected. I wasn't expecting to have accessibility at this campsite, and best of all, I can leave here knowing it's going to be even better for the next person that comes along.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to keep it real. See you in the next video.